Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon. I'm your host. Let's get started. The Ottawa Senators are playing a critical game against the New York Rangers, the President's Trophy winners. President's Trophy means they have the most points in the NHL, and they have clinched it with 2 games left in the season for the Sens and the Rangers. The Rangers are sending out Rick Nash, Matt Zuccarello, and Derek Stepan. Injuries, they're calling it, but clearly they're sending them out for the playoffs because they're going to have home ice advantage for the rest of the playoffs, and maybe we'll win. Maybe those are your Stanley Cup champions, or maybe the Ottawa Senators, maybe the little pesky Sens, the hashtag pesky Sens there, maybe the dark horse. Who knows if they make the playoffs, right? But before we start talking about the New York Rangers game, let's start talking about the Ottawa Senators versus the Pittsburgh Penguins game. If the Sens would have lost this game, they would have definitely been out. And if they would have won this game, then they would be right back in it until the end. Buckle up, guys. This is going to be a crazy end to the season. So 10 seconds in, Sidney Crosby fired it past the Hamburglar to make it 1-0. And it was not a good start for the Senators. It's Bew Bennett assisted by Ian Cole to make it 2-0. Patrick Hornquist assisted by Crosby and Scuderi, 3-0 Senators. A nice play from Jean-Carlo Pajot. He chips it up, skates in, tries to pass it to Condra to flex off the Pittsburgh Penguins defenseman skate into the net past Fleury. And it was a 3-1 game. Lots of people on Twitter, social media, Facebook, Pinterest, whatever you go, were saying, on iMessage, Messenger, were telling me that it's over. I was like, don't count the Senators out. This is what always happens. We always come back against the Pittsburgh Penguins. And, in fact, that's what happened. Mark Stone scored early in the period, 34 seconds. This is assisted by Clark MacArthur, 3-2 game. Who knows? With 150 to go in the game, Mike Hoffman fired at home, assisted by Mika Zibanejad. And it just passed Fleury. It was 3-3 going to overtime. The overtime winner, Mark Stone, a nice setup from Carlson and Turris to win the game in overtime. What a game. Oh my God, and the Sens are still alive. The 3 starters of the game was Jean-Gabriel Pajot, Mike Hoffman, and Mark Stone. Well, let's get to the game tonight. The Sens' 2 last games are against the New York Rangers, one of the best team in the league, the President Trophy winners, and the Philadelphia Flyers. The Philadelphia Flyers have nothing to lose, so the Senators are 41, 26, and 13, and the Rangers are 52, 21, and 7. MSG, TSN 5, and RDS2 are the channels you can watch this game on. Here are the lineups. As I said before, Rick Nash, Zuccarello, and Stepan are all out with injuries. Like I said before, they're just keeping them out so they don't get injured. And because this game doesn't really matter for them, it matters for us. If we lose this game and Boston wins, mathematically we are eliminated because it will be 2 points. We win tomorrow, they lose tomorrow. It's tied, but they have more regulation and overtime wins, so that's the tiebreaker. So basically, we need to win. We need to get a point out of tonight, no matter what. If we don't get a point, we're out of the playoff hunt. It was a great run, but hopefully we can make. I think we could win. But Bob McKenzie predicted the Sens going into the playoffs because Boston, they lost 3-0 to the Capitals last night. Thank gosh. And the scoreboard lately has been going. The hockey gods have been good for the Senators lately, and we hope, even if we don't make the playoffs, God forbid, it was a great run. And let's just ride this thing out, maybe to the playoffs, to the promised land, maybe. And maybe I'm going a little far because I'm a Sens fan, but just keep that in mind. In the playoffs, the Sens can do damage. Like last time they were in the playoffs, they went to the semifinals. The lineups are Clark MacArthur, Carl Turris, and Mark Stone. No different lineups than last game with Mike Hoffman, Mika Zibanejad, and Bobby Ryan. Mike Hoffman's finally on the second line again. Good job, Coach Cameron, as he finally got on the scoreboard a big goal to tie it at 3 with 150 to go. Condra, Jean-Gabriel Pajot, and Curtis Azar. I love Pajot, JG Pajot. Oh, Pajot. I hope they keep him up. As I said before, like in my previous videos, I knew he was going to be a star. He's a very good player. He's definitely a good third liner for the Senators, maybe in the future second liner when Carl Turris or because Zibanejad gets traded. If they get traded, I wouldn't trade any of them. Maybe Turris more than Zibanejad, obviously. Zibanejad is great this season. Defense pairings, Method and Carlson. Patrick Weirkoch, Cody Ceci, Mark Borowiecki, Eric Gryba. Starting this, the Hamburglar, Andrew Hammond. Scratch is Colin Greening and Jared Cowan. Injured is Robin Leonard, Chris Phillips, Chris Neal, Milan McCulloch, and Matt Bumple. The Rangers lineup: Jesper Fast, Derek Brassard, Martin St. Louis, Chris Kreider, Derek Stepan, or he is playing JT Miller, Carl Hagelin, Kevin Hayes, Ryan Bourque. Making his NHL debut is Ryan Bourque, the son of Ray Bourque. Tanner Glass, Dominic Moore, and James Shepard. Ray Bork is a Hall of Fame star. He's a hockey star basically. I wouldn't say it. Maybe, yeah, legend. Tanner Glass, Dominic Moore, James Shepard, Ryan McDonough, Dan Girardi, Keith Yandel, Dan Boyle, Chris Summers, Matt Hunwick. Starting at is Henrik Lundqvist. He's been a little shaky lately. Yes, the Rangers have clinched the President's Trophy, but most of that was because of Ken Talbot. Extremely good work when Lundqvist was absent. Injuries: Kevin Klein, Matt Zuccarello, Rick Nash, and Mark Stahl. Oh, it's funny how all the star players are out for the game. Maybe not. Maybe they're just saying that. Yeah, they're saying that. Good thing for the Sounders. Okay, so for Ottawa, who's hot as Stone has scored 5 goals during a 4-game goal streak and has 10 points during a 7-game streak. Since January 1st of 2015, Mark Stone is the 4th player with the most points. On that list is Alex Ovechkin, John Tavares, and he's a rookie. Remember, he's definitely going to win the Calder Trophy. I don't know why he would not. Ottawa Leaf fans are saying that Stone should win the Calder. He deserves it. He's got like 50, 60 points this season. 60 points, 61 actually, and that passes Daniel Alfredson for the most points in a rookie season as a Senator. And now he's I think 10 points away from, which is not going to happen this season. He's not going to score 10 points in 2 games. Well, he might, but Alexei Yashin. During his 7-game point streak, he has 24 points in his past 21 games. Turris has 7 goals and 16 points in his past 16 games. Carlson, the captain, has 16 points in his past 15 games. MacArthur has 7 points in 7 games since returning from injury that kept him out of the lineup for 18 straight. For the New York, Yandel and Kreider each have 10 points in 10 past 10 games. McDonough, the captain, has 7 points in his past 6 games. Hayes has 4 points in his past 2 games. Hayes has 4 points in his past 2 games. Hayes has 11 goals and 28 points in his past 37 games after scoring 5 goals and 15 points in his first 40 games. I think the Senators, on April 9th, 2015, at what time is it again? 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I think the Senators, they know it's a win or dead situation. I think the Senators will win this game 3-2 in regulation or overtime. They've been winning. Most of the wins lately have been in overtime or the shootout. Last time the Senators played in New York, they lost 3-2 in the shootout. In overtime on a spinorama pass set up to Kreider, he tipped it out past Anderson. Great game for the Senators that game. Hopefully, since they have the Hamburg alert, they should get more pressure. Last time the Senators played the Rangers at all was a 5-1 loss for the Hamburglers' first career regulation loss. So hopefully that does not happen again for a second career regulation loss against the same team. Hopefully they don't get the best of us. Hopefully we get the best of them. A 3-2 overtime shootout win, I predict. Follow us on Twitter at SensTalk1992. Like us on Facebook at SensTalk. Add us to your circles on Google Plus at SensTalk. And click the big red button down there and subscribe to us and like this video. Tell your friends about SensTalk. Getting ready for the playoffs on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the last game of the season. Me, Brandon, and Alex, the new what do you call it again? Let's say employee of SensTalk will be commentating the game versus the Philadelphia Flyers, the last game of the season, and maybe the last game of the season until the playoffs. I'll see you in the postgame report for Sens versus Rangers. Must-win game. Go Sens, go!
Broke up the play, now he's in the rush. Takes the drop. Carlson across. Stone! Score! Stone! Again! This is unbelievable that they've done it again, down 3-0 in the first. Down to their last strike with the goalie out. Hoffman ties the game. Watch the play by Carlson. He comes off the bench to break up the breakaway pass to Sidney Crosby. But he doesn't stay there. He jumps back into the play, takes the Turris feet, and finds Mark Stone, who takes the pass out of his feet